From Mulcahy Stadium in beautiful Anchorage, Alaska, it is the Scout Showcase game this afternoon between your Shugiak Eagle River Chinooks and the Matsu Miners. I am Andrew Alex. The man next to me is Garrett Mansfield. And this afternoon is part of kind of a very special thing that we do here where Major League Scouts get the opportunity to come out and check out 3 games in a day, every single team in the Alaska Baseball League playing back to back to back over this weekend, giving the Scouts the opportunity to check out the talents of the fine young men that we have in this league. And the Matsu Miners will be the Chinooks' opponent today, and they will face off against Jamie Ball in his first start of the year. Ball has been working mostly in relief this year so far from Hardin-Simmons University, the native of Morton, Mississippi. The lineup for the Chinooks: Patrick Cromwell batting first and playing third. Batting second, Matt Ferruto. He will be the designated hitter. Cam Baronic in left field, batting third. Andrew Mogg catching and batting fourth. Holt Davis playing first base and batting fifth. In center field and batting sixth will be David Morton. Playing second base and batting seventh, Will Bass. Hunter Hanks playing short and batting eighth. And batting ninth will be the right fielder Jacob Bropes. For the Matsu Miners, the lineup: batting first and playing center field, Chris Hall. Batting second and playing short, Tyler Wolf. Batting third and playing left, Vance Vizcaíno. At first base, batting fourth, Hunter Simmons. Batting fifth and playing second, Jake Schleppenbach. Batting sixth and playing right, Connor Wanhanen. The designated hitter, batting seventh, Jack Zellner. The third baseman, Jed Fagg. Batting eighth, and in the 9-hole for the Matsu Miners is the catcher, Zach Plunkett. But we're about to get underway here at Mulcahy. Jamie Ball's first pitch on its way, and that one's low and inside, ball one.
And I think the big key here today is to understand that this is not a normal game. A lot of times, should see about a dozen Chinooks pitchers today. The Miners will do very regular the same. There'll be a lot of substitution, so everyone will be in the lineup at some point today.
2-0 from Jamie Ball coming here. And Chris Hall lifts that one into shallow left field, coming under it. Cam Baronic, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Also to note that this is just a 7-inning ball game, as they have time to get all 3 in. The Chinooks and Miners were rained out yesterday, so they come back and we'll have the early game today. The Miners are going to end up playing a 5-inning game with the Bucks following this one.
All right, now the batter, Tyler Wolf. First pitch to Wolf in the zone for a called strike. Tyler Wolf from Kansas State. Oh, 1. And that one comes in on the inside, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And getting a chance to talk with pitching coach Chris Beck before the ball game today, his main priority was, get guys that have been short on innings these last few weeks to get in there and get their chance out there first.
And Jamie misses on the inside this time, so 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Ball sets, delivers the 2-1. And that one finds the zone for a called strike 2. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, with 1 down here. Ball takes the sign from the catcher, Andrew Mogg. The pitch. And that one's lifted, foul ground into right field. Chasing is the right fielder, but no grab was made as that one sails out of play. So 2-2 again. Jamie Ball sets, delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down for Jamie Ball here.
Having a good inning, mixing it up and showing both sides of the plate early on. Now he gets a left-handed hitter to pop out weakly, and then gets a right-handed batter to strike out swinging. But here's going to be a good test for him right here to face Vance Vizcaíno, a guy that most of these scouts, I'm sure, are well aware of.
Absolutely, Garen. Vance Vizcaíno has already been drafted 3 times. First pitch from Ball, and that one's on the outside. Ball 1. 2 down for Jamie Ball. Vance Vizcaíno at the plate. Here comes the 1-0. And Ball misses on the outside that time. Quickly falling behind in this count 2-0 is Jamie Ball. And that one sails over the head of the catcher, Andrew Monk. So now, Ball's behind 3-0 in this count.
Yeah, it might have been one of those velocity pitches, just to see how high you can get it up there. But regardless, it's going to be a ball either way.
3-0. And that one finds the zone. Vizcaino taking all the way there.
A little bit of a different role for Jamie Ball this summer. He's normally an outfielder most of the time at Hardin Simmons, but finding in the mound much of this summer.
3-1, and Vizcaino lifts that one foul into left field, out of play. So the count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 down here in the top of the first, Jamie Ball against Stetson's Vance Vizcaino. Here it comes, the 3-2. And that one misses, so trotting over to first with a walk is Jamie Ball. Not Jamie Ball, Vance Vizcaino. And now with a runner on first and 2 out, it's going to be Hunter Simmons. Simmons coming into the game batting .344. 5 RBIs. And 1 home run on the AVL regular season. First pitch from Ball missing.
Guy that's going to represent the Miners in the Home Run Derby Sunday afternoon.
Really?
Along with Matt DiOrio.
And that one's grounded right up the middle. Past the glove of a diving second baseman, Will Bass. So the first hit of the game allowed by Jamie Ball, and now the Miners threatening. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here. Top first, and Ball's going to have to face Jake Schleppenbach.
He's got the favorable matchup, and with lefty-lefty here, but had a quick 1-2 on the first out of this inning, but Vizcaino and Simmons, tough outs to get by anybody.
So the first pitch to Schleppenbach. And fastball finds the zone there. 0-1 the count. Schleppenbach on the year, a .210 batting average. 10 RBIs. Oh, 1. And that one taken on the inside, evens the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the 1-1. And Schleppenbach fouls that one off to the side. So Jamie Ball back ahead in this count, 1-2. Like you said, Garrett, with the favorable matchup. Hopefully Ball can get out of this inning unscathed. One, 2. And that one's lined foul hard out of play. And, of course, though it is a starting role for Jamie Ball, not going to be too extended, as the Chinooks have a well-lined-out lineup of pitchers that they're going to throw tonight, give everyone their shot to perform in front of these major league scouts. 1-2, and that one's grounded weakly, but foul again. So really working Jamie Ball here. 20 pitches already in the first inning. Not over yet. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and second. The lefty Ball winds up, sets, delivers, and that is popped up high into foul ground. Chasing is Patrick Cromwell, but he's going to watch that sail over the fence. So 1-2 again. The second baseman from Nebraska staying alive in this at-bat. Of course, the Chinooks have seen the Matsu Miners plenty of times this season in both league play and 2 times outside of league play. 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jamie Ball gets Jake Schleppenbach. And we have played The top of the first, and the Miners unable to score on Jamie Ball. A very impressive outing. Not an outing, I guess, but a very impressive first inning for Jamie Ball.
That'll be his outing. I mean, the one inning basically from everybody. And, the 7 innings are set up. And, that's the one thing that's very interesting about these games is because like an exhibition game, the first 2 games of the season, these are very scripted as well. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Chris Beck and Jordan Vieira have a clear vision of who they want out there and when, and how they're going to play this thing out. I mean, they've already got substitutions lined up for the 5th inning and on. So that'll make my job today much more fun.
Yeah, Garrett, the official scorer tonight, but Garrett, you got to say, really the point of coming to this league is you want to improve. And what we just saw from Jamie Ball shows that, maybe he didn't get the innings that he thought he might coming into the season. But some definite improvement there from the big 23-year-old lefty from Hardin Simmons in Texas. So now the Chinooks coming to the plate. Patrick Cromwell's going to lead things off against Sebastian Valenzuela from Grand Canyon. One of the many pitchers that the Matsu Miners have as weapons, and I think the Chinooks will be happy to see Brick Paskowitz not in the lineup, at least to start things off.
Yeah, most of the studs for the Miners are getting this first game off. Whether they'll come on later or just keep them for the second game against the Bucks could very easily be it. And it could be a slight preview of what the top of the World Series could look like.
Oh, yeah. The magic number for the Matsu Miners is 2. It does not count today because this is not league play. First pitch to Patrick Cromwell from Valenzuela, fouled back over the screen. 0-1 the count. Cromwell on the year. It's been the everyday third baseman for the Chinooks and takes in the zone there. A called strike 2. Cromwell, a 198 batting average, 9 RBIs. He's drawn 13 walks. That's a team high. 0-2 from Valenzuela. And that misses upstairs and away. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. The California kid, Patrick Cromwell, from Santa Ana College, awaits the 1-2 from Valenzuela, and big breaking ball misses upstairs. Evens the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody out here. In the top of the first, Jamie Ball struck out Kansas State's Tyler Wolf and Nebraska's Jake Schleppenbach. 2-2, and that one misses low and inside. So the count goes full against Patrick Cromwell here. Three-two, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Patrick Cromwell goes out swinging to lead things off. And now Matt Ferrudo to the plate. Ferrudo on the year, 263, batting average, 14 RBIs. That's the team leading 14 RBIs. That's 5 extra base hits. So Ferrudo lifts the first pitch into deep right field, chasing back as Connor Wanhanen, but he's under it to make the grab for the second out of the inning.
Good contact from Ferrudo, stayed back on that ball, but still was able to get his hands through. And you might have been able to hear it, but a clean pop off the bat. It was only 1 pitch, but I like the aggressiveness and the wherewithal to go the other way into deep right field.
So now Cam Baranek to the plate. Baranek watches on the outside, taking ball 1. Baranek on the year, 278, batting average, 12 RBIs. He scored 17 runs and has hit safely in every Alaska Baseball League game, and he grounds that one softly to the first baseman, but Baranek beats out the throw, as it didn't look like the first baseman, Hunter Simmons, had enough time
He tried to make the tag, but he wasn't able to hold on to it.
Yeah, extending his arm for the tag, but the ball just popped out of his mitt there, and Baranek, who fell down trying to avoid the tag, just touches his hand on first base, and the Chinooks have their first base runner of the day.
Going to be an error on the first baseman. Simmons had a routine play, just had to hold on to it, and unable to do so.
So now Andrew Mogg to the plate. Mogg, the catcher, out of Virginia Tech, launches low. Moggy on the year. 257 batting average, 12 RBIs, pair of home runs. And he watches high there as the catcher, Zach Plunkett, trying to toss it over to first base, trying to get Cam Baranek with the little bit of extended lead, but Baranek scoots back there in time. So 2-0 the count, the pitch from Valenzuela, and Mogg lifts that one into center field. Chris Hall, under it, makes the grab. So the Chinooks have a man on in the bottom of the first, but unable to do anything with it. And after one, we are still scoreless here at Mulcahy Field. We're going to step off, but we'll be right back for the second inning. You are listening to Chinooks Radio. So back here for the top of the second inning, the new pitcher for the Chinooks, C.J. Lewington, the fireballing righty from Alberta, Canada. And the first pitch from Lewington is taken foul down the third base line by Connor Wanhanen. Wanhanen out of TCU, the Big 12 freshman of the year. Good friend of Travis Stone. Highly touted prospect, but has not lived up to the Alaska Baseball League expectation, to say the least. And Wanhanen takes inside a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Wanhanen batting 143 on the year. 2 RBIs. The 1-1 misses up and away. Both of Wanhanen's RBIs came against the Chinooks in the 13-2 demolition they gave to him back at. And Wanhanen rips that one into right field, and that's or left field, and that's gonna be a base hit. Slipping is Cam Baranek, so Wanhanen standing at second with a double. The second hit of the day for the Mat-Su Miners, and they're threatening here.
He gets the leadoff double, goes the other way. Good piece of hitting by Juan Hanan, just taking the ball where it was pitched, and that's what we really have expected of him since coming up here. Even though it wasn't hit hard, but he placed it right where it was favorable for him to get 2 bags out of it.
And you talk to people around college baseball, and they'll say that's the kind of ball game that Juan Hanan plays. He doesn't hit tanks. He doesn't rip them at you, but he makes good contact and puts it where the fielders aren't. And that's how he had so much success in his first year at TCU. But you can't forget, he does have some power threat. In the super regional elimination game against Texas A&M, Juan Hanan hit the go-ahead home run. So now Jack Zellner, the batter. Zellner just finished his freshman year at the University of New Mexico. Was among the Mountain West Conference's top leaders in batting average. Lewington, the 1-1. And that's ripped foul behind the screen. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Woo! Zellner batting 129, but just 31 at-bats of the year. He has battled injury throughout most of this Alaska Baseball League season. 1-2. And that one's ripped foul again. Runner on second, nobody out here. In the top of the second inning. Lewington sets, delivers, and that's grounded right back to Lewington, and he's going to throw it to the Holt Davis at first base for the first out of the inning.
Good reaction time, good battle between Zellner and Lewington. Had a plan going up there. So we'll see how he does against a righty-righty matchup here with Jed Fag.
Jed Fag to the plate. Like you said, Garrett, righty. Batting 0.50. 050 on the year. First pitch to Fag way outside.
That equates 1 for 20. So hasn't had a lot of time at the plate. Does have a base hit out of it.
Fag from the University of Nevada at Reno. 1-0. And Lewington misses again. So falling behind in this count. C.J. Lewington. The 2-0 pitch. And Fag rips that one into center field. A base hit. David Morton grabs it. He's going to throw it in. Prevent the advance from Connor Juan Hanan. And the Miners cheering from their own dugout as their struggling teammate grabs himself a hit, but that won't help the old ABL batting average.
Not today.
One bit. But aboard with a single is Jed Fag, Connor Juan Hanan advancing to third. So runners at the corners with 1 out here, and Zach Plunkett, the catcher from TCU, is at the plate. Plunkett, 148 on the year, and he grounds that one to the shortstop, Hunter Hanks. Tosses it to Will Bass at second for 1. The throw to Holt Davis at first for 2 in time. So the Miners threatened, but a 6-4-3 double play.
That is textbook CJ right there. He might give up a base hit or two, but he gets plenty of ground balls to get himself out of innings. And I'd have to really go back and dig and find out how many double play balls he's actually induced this year. But he is one of the tops on the team with getting double play balls. The league might be a stretch, but he gets a lot of ground ball outs, and he comes up with double play balls in big spots. So another good inning for CJ.
Yeah, and actually there's some strategy to putting CJ in. You'll see they put in CJ a lot, inheriting someone else's base runners. And there's been multiple times throughout the season where he's been put in situations like that. Bases loaded, nobody out. Runners in scoring position, 2 outs, and he'll get out of it. Just basically a double play ball threat all the time. But Valenzuela for the Miners is going to come out for the bottom of this. In this inning, the Chinooks will send up Holt Davis, David Morton, and Will Bass at the minimum. So Holt Davis steps into the box. To face Sebastian Valenzuela. Valenzuela delivers the first pitch. And that one missing low. Davis from UAB comes into the game batting 193. Fouls that one back. Davis with 7 RBIs on the year. Notably a pair of big triples against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. But his weak spot, he has struck out 29 times in 57 at-bats. 25 times, actually. So the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. To the first baseman from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Sebastian Valenzuela sets, delivers, and misses on the outside. The count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless game between the Miners and the Chinooks. And Valenzuela's 3-1, finding the zone there. Moves the count to 3-2, a full count on Holt Davis. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Valenzuela sets, delivers, and misses high. The appeal to the umpire at first says Holt Davis did not go on the check swing, so the Chinooks have a man aboard. And Dave Morton coming to the plate. Morton on the year, .292 batting average. That's second on the Chinooks. In average, he has 5 RBIs. First pitch to Morton, misses on the outside. 1-0 the count. Holt Davis at first, nobody out. The lefty Valenzuela pitching out of the stretch for the second time today. The 1-0, and that one way high. So Dave Morton ahead in this count, 2-0. The 2-0 coming from Valenzuela. That one finds the zone. Moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike with nobody out here. The Chinooks, between regular season games and the exhibition season, 2-11 versus the Matsu Miners this year. That's not a very favorable mark. But the Miners, of course, on the ABL regular season are 16 games above 500 and ranked number 2 in the country by the Summer Ball Rankings website. So unfortunately for the Chinooks, the majority of their games thus far against the Matsu Miners more than any other team. And that accounts for more than half of their losses. So 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Sebastian Valenzuela to David Morton, the pitch, and he misses high again. So Dave Morton trots over to first with a walk, and now, with runners at first and second, nobody out, it'll be Waylon Baptist's Will Bass. Bass comes into the game batting 167 on the year. And he watches the first pitch on the outside. So 1-0 the count. Holt Davis at second, David Morton at first. Here with the Scout Showcase game at Mulcahy Field in Anchorage, Alaska, and Valenzuela getting way inside on Will Bass. So out comes Matt Greeley to have a quick chat with his pitcher Valenzuela. And I don't know how many innings the Miners are going to give their guys here. Of course, they have a little bit more room, but a bunch of guys not going to be available to pitch. But in the last game that they played, the Miners putting up 17 runs on the Peninsula Oilers. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out here. Bass steps into the box, awaits the 2-0. Here it comes, and he rips that one foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here. Valenzuela and Holt Davis is going to try to go, but they're going to get him caught up in a pickle. So Holt Davis caught in the pickle between second and third, but immediately upon seeing it, Dave Morton takes advantage of the opportunity to advance himself to second. So now 1 down here. Dave Morton at second, the count 2-1. To Wayland Baptist team MVP Will Bass. The pitch. And Bass fouls that one back behind the screen. So evening the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Dave Morton at second. The lefty Valenzuela looks back, delivers, but that's going to be way high. So another full count in this inning, and Valenzuela's got his work cut out for him. Full count pitch, and Will Bass lifts that one into left field, but not deep. Coming under it, Vince Vizcaino makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So now with 2 down, it's going to be Hunter Hanks to the plate. Hanks on the year, a 175 batting average. 5 RBIs. Had a multi-hit game in the last game that they played before the All-Star break against the Alaska Gold Panthers of Fairbanks. One and 0. And that one upstairs again. Moves the count to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. And that one's lifted into center field. Coming in is the center fielder, Chris Hall, makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Chinooks go down scoreless again, and we've played 2 innings and still scoreless here at Mulcahy Field in Anchorage. We'll be right back. You are listening to Chinooks Radio.
Jason Carcetti on the hill for the Chinooks here in the top of inning number 3. He'll get his 1 inning of work out of the way here, and he'll face the top of the order for the Miners this afternoon. Chris Hall, Tyler Wolf, Vance Vizcaino. Hall stands in the left-handed batter's box. Carcetti delivers in. Hall hits a weak line drive towards the left fielder, Cameron Boronik, and he makes the head-high grab for the first out of the inning. So just like that, Jason Carcetti on out in this one. Carcetti, through Alaska Baseball League action, has worked 8 different ball games, working 14 1/3 innings of work, striking out 6, walking 6, an ERA of 3.14, 0-2 record, a save. Here's the first offering to Tyler Wolf, and he takes that ball in there for strike 1. Carcetti represents the Masters College, along with Connor Menez. Here's the 0-1, and that's lined softly into left center. That's going to drop in there for a base hit for Chris Hall, the 4th hit of the day for Miners hitters. But they have nothing to show for it just yet. They got a hit off of Jamie Ball in the first and 2 off of C.J. Lewington in the second. But crafty pitching has gotten the Chinooks through the first 2 innings scoreless. Bringing up Vance Vizcaino. He walked his first time around. Dangerous left-handed hitter. Here's the first offering. Hits it right at Boronik. So 4 pitches and 2 outs and a base hit so far for Jason Carcetti. Talk about economical.
Incredibly quick.
So Carcetti had a stellar sophomore season with the Masters College Mustangs. The Chatsworth, California native went from the bullpen as a freshman into the starting rotation this past year. Went 11-4. Actually had a perfect game as well. There was a first pitch strike to Hunter Simmons. He got the first hit of the day off of Jamie Ball back in the first. But Jason Carcetti, the younger brother of Stephen Carcetti, scouts know his name. Here's the 0-1. Simmons takes it inside for a ball. Of course, Carcetti going to a smaller school? Why not? They'll find you. So 1-1 is the count on Hunter Simmons. Here's the pitch from Carcetti and starts to go around. And see if they did, and they say no, it's going to be a ball. 2-1 against Hunter Simmons. But Carcetti working over 112 innings in the spring. Off-speed pitch nips the inside part of the plate for strike 2. So Hunter Simmons will dig back in for the Matsu Miners. Away from first base is Tyler Wolf. Carcetti. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled right back at us. And we'll stay at 2-2. Here in the first game and the only game the Chinooks will play in the Scout Showcase. All-Star game is tomorrow. And 7 Chinooks will be in action as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hunter Simmons, and he hits it softly to the third baseman, Patrick Cromwell. He fields it cleanly, throws across the diamond, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So a scoreless inning again from Chinooks pitching as Jason Carcetti speeds through that inning. And the Chinooks will come to bat and have Jacob Brote in the top of the order, Patrick Cromwell, and Matt Ferrudo. So as we move along here, 3 different Chinooks have pitched this afternoon. None of them have given up a run. And Sebastian Valenzuela will be back out for his 3rd and final inning of work today. As plenty of substitutions today, as everybody in the Chinooks roster will be used in some way, shape, or form. And just quite an opportunity for these guys sometimes playing in front of pro scouts for the first time. You never know, what's going to happen on a day like this, but sometimes it's kind of overhyped. It really is sometimes. And the Chinooks had a starting pitcher a year ago by the name of Kyle McDormand. That was a 6'4" right-hander and just was lights out every time he went onto the hill, came out in the All-Star game and got shelled. So not at all a good sample size of what the true talent is. Jacob Brooks takes the first pitch he sees from Valenzuela, rolls it to second base, up with it as Schleppenbach, and throws out Brooks to lead off the inning. Brooks leading hitter for the Chinooks. So he grounds out his first at bat. And they'll go to the top of the order, and Patrick Cromwell. Cromwell wants a different bat, so as I was saying, it's really tough to gauge anybody, especially if you're seeing him for the first time, that, you know what, it's not a true sample. You got to have a lot more conversations with coaches and here in the ABL or around the league about what the talent really is. Cromwell takes first pitch from Valenzuela, ball one, and the pitching is really what is the hype about, what the hype is about. Here's the 1-0, and Cromwell hits that one the other way towards left, chasing it. Vizcaino reaches up. He can't make the catch. Heading for second base is Patrick Cromwell, and he'll be in there standing with a double. First hit of the day off of Valenzuela comes here in the third inning. Vizcaino gave it a good run, but needed about another inch or two to actually haul it in. Maybe another inch on the mitt might have got it, but he uses a pretty big one. If I'm guessing right, Valenzuela might carry a 13-inch glove. It looks pretty big all the way from up here. Here's Matt Ferruto. One gone in the bottom of inning number 3. No score between the Chinooks and Miners at Mulcahy Stadium. The Scout Showcase going on today. Day 2 of 3. That's first pitch outside to Matt Ferruto. Chinooks were rained out yesterday. Supposed to play the Gold Panthers today, but some extracurriculars caused the Panthers to play one game and head out of town. So here's the 1-0 to Matt Ferruto from Valenzuela, and Ferruto stays back and hits this one to dead center field. Hall is there, makes the catch, tagging and holding up at second is Cromwell, forcing the throw to go to third. So that's the second out of the inning. And Matt Ferruto. And I'll bring up Cameron Baranek. Got on board with an error his first time around. Baranek is a young man that has an opportunity to impress some people this weekend. Very good defensive outfielder. Has a good eye at the plate. That's going to be low, ball one. And of Santa Ana College, started at UC Irvine, and decided JUCO was the way to go. Redshirted at Irvine, so did not lose a year of eligibility there. Here's the 1-0. And that's going to be upstairs and inside. The count will move to 2-0. You know, I was talking about all-stars not performing as expected on this weekend, and that's very common. Here's the 2-0. Going to be inside 3-0. Think about how many Major League All-Stars are put on the stage and don't perform. Just one of those things.
Everyone but Mike Trout, right?
you're outside of your normal routine. And it just doesn't feel right. Here's a 3-0. Baranek takes it upstairs, ball 4, so he's aboard for the second time today.
You got leadoff hitters hitting in the 9-hole in the All-Star game. It's just different stuff.
3 hitters hitting second, and even the pitching as well. I mean, starting pitching having to come out of the bullpen, and that's another deal. And here's Andrew Long hitting with 2 outs in a scoreless ball game at the bottom of the third inning.
Well, I think you got to take it for what it should be, and it should just be for the fans. But I don't like how
it's not for the fans here. That's going to be outside ball 1. It's to make up for a couple of months for regional scouts to have a chance to see these guys and report back. But really and truly, about 2 weeks worth of scouting is crammed into one weekend, and not the way it should be. 2-0 outside, 2 outs. And I heard a scout jawing last night after the game was or yesterday after the game was postponed about, hey, we were supposed to be here early to see people play all weekend. There's another ball from Valenzuela, and now we're not going to see him play. And if you plan ahead, and plan to be here for 4 or 5 days, maybe 6, and really get a chance to see who's who and get a good taste of it. Here's the 3-0. That's going to hit the inside part of the plate for a strike.
And really, honestly, if you're a major league scout in the Northwest region, you have all summer. I mean, I know the West Coast League's good too, but give yourself a week up here. There's plenty of talent to be seen all over the place here.
3-1, Valenzuela to Andrew Mogg. Upstairs, ball 4, so the bases are loaded now for the Chinooks. Now there was a Chicago Cubs scout last year, made his way up here. He was here 2 full days, watched 2 Chinooks games at Loretta French Park before the showcase even happened. So me and had plenty of chances to meet and talk with him, and that's why he was there. He's like, it's 3 days are not enough. So 2 outs with Holt Davis, bases loaded. Chinooks threatening here. First real threat by either side today. That's outside ball 1. Of course, the Miners had first and third with just 1 out against C.J. Lewington, but the double play Canuck got the pitch he needed and got out of the inning. 1-0 is the count on Holt Davis here. Davis walked his first time around, was picked off last inning. That pitch away as well, 2-0. So now Matt Grilly going to come back to the mound again, second time in as many innings as he has visited Valenzuela. And see, he's been lucky if he can make it through 3 innings so far.
And this inning, dragging. Kind of the opposite of the top of the third, where Jason Carkenny put him away really quickly.
So Davis will stand back in there. Here's the 2-0 from Valenzuela, and Davis fouls it up and over the screen. 2-1 moves the count. Cromwell at third base. He got on there with a double with 1 out in the inning. Cameron Baronic at second with a walk. Andrew Mogg at first, also walking. So Valenzuela. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low in the dirt, blocked by Zach Plunkett. So the count will move 3-1 and a pitch away from what could be a 1-0 ball game, but we are still scoreless. Bottom of inning number 3. Valenzuela sets. Here's the 3-1, and Davis defending fouls it straight back. Count will run full, so all base runners can get a head start. But it's a very good time for a behind the runner play at first base. Sometimes those runners will get a little greedy. But here's the 3-2 pitch, and Davis swings and misses for the 3rd out of the inning. We have played 3 full. No score from Mulcahy Field in Anchorage. Chinooks and the Miners. And we'll have a new pitcher for the Chinooks. We'll be right back with more Chinooks baseball. Luke Eichste, the new pitcher on the hill for the Chugyak Eagle River Chinooks, he will face Jake Schleppenbach, Connor Wanhanen, and Jack Zellner. Luke Eichste, a high school graduate from Scottsdale, Arizona this last year. He'll be heading to UAB in the fall. His opportunity to let the scouts know what he's got. He fires home, first offering downstairs for a ball. Eichste might be one of the more powerful arms the Chinooks have in their bullpen, outside 2-0, but the youth is there. Actually, he's going to UAB as an outfielder, but he has been worked primarily as a pitcher this summer. Outside again, 3-0 quickly to Jake Schleppenbach. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider from Eichste. Here's the 3-0. Outside corner for a strike. As he faces Nebraska's Jake Schleppenbach. Here's the 3-1 outside ball 4. So quick 5-pitch walk issued by Eichste. 3 scoreless innings from Jamie Ball, CJ Lewington, and then Jason Karkenny, an inning apiece. And now here's Connor Wanhanen, the TCU Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Here's the first offering from Eichste working out of the stretch. That's going to be on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Wanhanen hitting just a .143 this summer with the minors, but hit .329 as a freshman at TCU. Off-speed pitch just a bit outside. Getting clipped was Eichste. Good changeup away. So 1-1 with Wanhanen. Nobody out. Top of inning number 4 at Mulcahy Field. The 1-1 hit the other way towards left. There is the left fielder, Cameron Baranek, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Wanhanen put good wood on it. But right at the defender. And now the left-handed hitting DH, Jack Zellner, to the plate. Grounded out back to the pitcher, Lewington, in the second inning, his first time around. Andrew Mogg, Chinooks catcher, coming out. Just getting some communication down with Eichste, settling him down a little bit because might have left that one a little bit over the plate for the dangerous Connor Wanhanen. So an out, just a double play ball away from getting out of it. First offering to Zellner, off-speed pitch, missing away. Eichste works third base side of the rubber. He comes set, fires home outside, 2-0. I think Mogg might have been telling him to, hey, slow down your delivery a little bit. You're rushing through. There's a quick snap throw to first, back safely is Schleppenbach. Eichste throwing over there to his future teammate at UAB, Holt Davis. 2-0 against Zellner. Fires it downstairs, blocked by Mogg. So 3-0 is the count. On the summer, Eichste has worked 5 full innings, giving up 4 earned runs, a 7.20 ERA, but in very limited work. Outside ball 4 to Zellner. So near a second walk issued in the inning. And now Jed Fag to the plate. So he'll have a pair of right-handed hitters before the top of the order rolls over for the Miners. Almost imperative to get these next 2 guys for Eichste. First offering, that's in the zone for a strike. And Jed Fang from Nevada got a hit his last time around. Only has 1 official hit on the season. And there's a big swing and a miss. Eichste blows it by him. So he's down 0-2, and just 1 hit on the summer, gets his second one right there, and his last time up in the second inning. But then was erased on the double play ball. Here's the 0-2 offering. Swung on hit towards the second baseman. Will Bass is going to get through into right field, but holding up at third base is Jake Schleppenbach. So not a very hard single. But Jed Fagg, only one hit all summer and has 2 of them today. Loads the bases up with 1 out. So now Chris Beck jogging out to the mound to talk with Luke Eichste. And he makes the conversation as Eichste and Chris Beck talking things over. He's been working on a couple things before Eichste gets his chance to go to college this next year. We were just having a talk with him the other day on the way back from a ball game, and despite the lack of time on the field that he's had this year, he's already going to be miles ahead of the other incoming freshmen around the country. Not many have a chance to play in summer collegiate leagues. Plunkett swings and misses at the first pitch he sees from Eichste. But he will be, in terms of the off the field stuff, being a teammate. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be on the outside corner. A good pitch, good breaking ball. Slider that didn't have much break to it, but he got the strike. 0-2 to Zach Plunkett, catcher from TCU. Eichste is ready. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be blocked by Mogg. Count will go 1-2. The off the field, the responsibilities that come along with being a college baseball player, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, the routine. He'll be ready and have his expectations kind of settled a little bit. Here's the 1-2, a little bit outside. Didn't miss by much, but went away to Zach Plunkett. No score, top of inning number 4, Mulcahy Stadium. Day 2 of the Scout Showcase for the Alaska Baseball League. 2-2 is the count. The pitch, swing and a miss. Eichste fans Zach Plunkett for out number 2. Yesterday, the Chinooks and the Miners were slated to play in the 1 o'clock game. That was postponed due to the rain. But the Gold Panthers and the Oilers ended up getting a start at 4 o'clock, and then the Glacier Pilots and the Bucks played the nightcap at 7. Chris Hall takes ball 1 downstairs. Bases are still loaded. The Chinooks loaded them up in the bottom of the 3rd, failed to score. And now Luke Eichste tiptoeing around danger. Here's the 1-0. That's in the zone. No, it's not. Looked very close. Didn't get the call. Must have been a little high to Chris Hall. Hall is not the 6'1", 6'2" guys he's faced the last couple hitters. 2-0 to Hall. That's on the outside part of the plate for a strike. But the Panthers won the first game yesterday, 2-0 over the Oilers, and then they headed back to Fairbanks to duck out of this weekend. And a 2-2 tie after 7 innings between the Bucks and the Glacier Pilots yesterday. That's outside from Eichste, 3-1. Chinooks and the Miners here scoreless in the top of the 4th, game number 2, or game number 1 of today. Game 2 will be between the Bucks and the Miners. Then the Oilers and the Glacier Pilots will close things out later tonight. 3-1. Inside, missing ball 4. That'll walk home a run. And the Matsu Miners have taken an early 1-0 lead here in the 4th. It'll be Chris Hall getting the walk and the RBI. Coming home is Jake Schleppenbach. Zellner and Fagg will move up a base each. Brings up Tyler Wolf, right-handed hitting shortstop from Kansas State. So Eichste peering in. He's ready. First offering, breaking ball, missing upstairs. Ball 1. Got away from him. Looked like he just didn't have the handle. So a run on just 1 base hit in this inning. 5 hits on the day for the Miners. That's downstairs, 2-0. Action in the Chinooks bullpen as Shane Armstrong gets ready. Here's the 2-0. That's in the zone. Get me a cross pitch to Tyler Wolf, who's hitting .227. He's had his moments, though, this year. That's sometimes what the Miners do. They have guys come up out of nowhere, and sometimes the bottom third of their order will underperform. Swing and a miss, and that gets away from Mog, but staying put is Zellner. So the count will move to 2-2 as Ike will take a trip back to the mound and settle in for could be his final pitch of the day. Trying to get out of this inning with just the one run. He's ready. The 2-2 pitch swung on, roller to the shortstop Hunter Hanks. He charges, boots it. Run scores, and that safe at first base is Tyler Wolf. So Wolf will advance on the air at first.
That's a tough one for Luke Eichste.
Yeah, he had a ground ball, got what he needed to get out of it. But just could not. So that second run will be unearned against Eichste. Here's Vance Vizcaino, and Luke grooves a fastball in there for strike one. Vizcaino with a walk and a flyout so far today. Eichste has the sign from Mog. He's ready. Here's the pitch. And the 0-1 is fouled back, makes it 0-2. Vance Vizcaino, a bullpen favorite of the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks in terms of the joking back and forth between the left fielder and the bullpen. A lot of combo happens that we don't see. 0-2, high from Eichste, ball one. And for good reason. Vizcaino always a tough out. And the Chinooks bullpen, that is edgy. Here's the 1-2. Inside corner, called strike three. And what seemed like a Usain Bolt impersonation from our home plate umpire on the strike call.
Actually.
So eight guys come to the plate to score off of Luke Eichste, and the Miners take a 2-0 lead. We're going to step aside here just for a minute, and we'll be right back with more Alaska Baseball League action at Mulcahy Field. Byron Hood is the new pitcher for the Matsu Miners. And he will pitch against David Morton, Will Bass, and Hunter Hanks. Byron Hood, 7 appearances, 7 innings of work, a 6.43 ERA. Probably the only human on the Matsu Miners. First offering to David Morton, outside for ball one. Morton walked earlier in this one, reached second base, and was stranded there. Hitting from the left side from Xavier. Here's the 1-0, and Morton fouls it up and over. Evens the count up at 1-1.
Dave coming off a 3-hit day in the Alaska Baseball League game the Chinooks played. That was against the Gold Panthers back on Thursday.
So here's the 1-1 offering from Byron Hood. And Morton fouls it off third base side out of play again. Morton, as a native of Cincinnati, hit .279 with the Musketeers this past year, starting 39 of those games. Had 10 RBIs with a pair of triples. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Hood. He lines this one into the gap, left center field, but it's going to tail back to the left fielder, Vance Vizcaino, for out number 1 as he makes the head-high grab in the alley. So with 1 out, here comes Will Bass. He flew out to left his first time up. Bass from Wayland Baptist University, 5'9", 160-pound second baseman. A sophomore at Wayland. Started his career, though, with New Mexico Community College. Outside ball number 1. Or now he plays for his dad, Brad, at Wayland Baptist, the Pioneers in Plainview, Texas. Here's the 1-0. Bass hits it off the end of the bat and right behind home plate for a ball, or for a strike. So the count evens up at 1-1. One of the more impressive things, not only did he hit .339, but had 5 home runs and stole 16 bases. That's what you want Will Bass to do, get on base and keep moving. He can really make some things happen. Here's the 1-1, hits it straight up. It's going to get out of play behind us. Count will move to 1-2. So 3 scoreless innings to start the day for Sebastian Valenzuela. And now Byron Hood, the pitcher on the mound for the Matsu Miners. He's ready. And the pitch inside, it misses, ball 2. Byron Hood from the University of Nebraska, teammates with second baseman Jake Schleppenbach. He's ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Will Bass. That's outside, ball 3, so that runs the count full. Byron Hood, pitch for the Cornhuskers this year. But he was 5-0, the .220 ERA in high school his senior year. He'll be a sophomore next year. Will Bass sharply lines a base hit over the head of the shortstop, Tyler Wolf, for a hit into left field. So Will Bass, good piece of hitting right there. Don't see him go the other way too often, but he did so very well, keeping within himself right there, kept the hands back. It's a great base hit for Will Bass. Now he'll get a chance to show his speed off with the second hit of the day for the Chinooks. He gets away from first. Here's Hunter Hanks flying out to center his first time around. First offering, and that's outside, blocked by Plunkett. Hunter Hanks, not having the best season at the plate this summer, but what he has done in the field is been very good. Does have quite a number of errors. That pitch is going to be up, and they say Hanks went around. The throw behind Bass at first is not in time, so the count will go to 1-1. But Hanks, kind of the prototypical shortstop. He's going to hit a little bit above his weight, but he'll save more runs than he drives in. Pitches to first base, not in time. It's kind of what you want out of a shortstop. Of course, that's what kind of makes Troy Tulowitzki great. And it's going to be back to first, not in time. Made Derek Jeter very great. 3,000 hits from a shortstop. Are you kidding me? But
that's why it's so surprising kind of to see the first 2 picks of this year's draft, both shortstops.
Kind of shows that pitching and defense are what wins in baseball a lot of times.
Look at the San Francisco Giants.
Be strong up the middle. And of course, the Giants' key to success has been their farm system. Look at all the guys on their roster the last few years that have been homegrown. of course, with the occasional rental player. Cody Ross, of course, the hero of that first run. But they're...
Miguel Tejada helped them out 1 year.
I believe you're thinking of Edgar Renneria.
Edgar Renneria, yeah.
He had to help the Red Sox win their World Series in 04 as well. So 3-1 is the count against Hunter Hanks. Will Bass away from first. Hanks at 279 with Lipscomb. As a sophomore comes inside, that's ball 4 from Hood. So first and second, just one out for Jacob Brobst. Brobst grounded out with the first pitch he saw. And he'll get a chance to hit again, and that's good because he'll be replaced defensively after this inning. There'll be a lot of movement after these next two outs are recorded. But Jacob, a native of Columbus and an Ohio State Buckeye, hitting .319 coming into play, leading the Chinooks. He's only had 26 career at-bats for Ohio State, but he is coming up here and proven that he is a very capable player. First offering to him is going to be in the zone for a strike from Byron Hood. So Ohio State playing their games at the great Nick Swisher Field in Columbus. 0-1 against Jacob Brobst. Hood checking Bass at second base. Now he kicks and deals, and that's going to be grounded up the middle. There's the shortstop Wolf. He steps on second for one. The relay to first is in time. 6-3 double play, and the Chinooks are done in the fourth. So after 4, we have a score of 2-0 Matsu Miners. We'll be right back here for the 5th as you're listening to Chinooks Baseball.
Back here for the top of the 5th of the Scout Showcase game between the Matsu Miners and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. The Miners lead this one 2-0. The new pitcher for the Fish is Travis Stone. First pitch from Stone. Fastball sails right in there for a called strike. Stone spent his freshman year at Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, Texas, but headed to Weatherford Junior College for his next season. The 0-1 from Stone. Gets to the batter, Hunter Simmons inside. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with nobody out. Stone sets, delivers, and that one popped up. Or hit the ground first, I suppose, and Stone coming in, grabbing it, throwing it over to Holt Davis at first for the first out of the inning. So Hunter Simmons down on a 1-3. And now the batter's going to be Jake Schleppenbach. Schleppenbach 0 for 2 or 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out back in the first, walked in the fourth, and ended up being the first runner that came around to score for the Matsu Miners. First pitch to Schlepp. And that just misses outside. The count 1-0. Schleppenbach from the University of Nebraska. Pitch. And that's lined hard over the head of the shortstop, Hunter Hanks, dropping into left field for a base hit. So the Miners have a man aboard here in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to bring up Connor Wanhanen. And this is a fun matchup because Wanhanen and Travis Stone, very close friends. Played in the same summer team for a number of years, and now they're going to battle here on the diamond. So Wanhanen steps into the box. The first pitch from Stone. And that one misses low, and this is definitely an at-bat for bragging rights, if nothing else, between these two fellas. So runner at first and 1 out. The count 1-0 to Connor Wanhanen. Stone sets, delivers, and Wanhanen lines that one. Fly ball into left, coming under it is Braxton Wilkes for the second out of the inning. So Travis Stone wins that battle. And now he's got 2 down. So 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner at first. And Jack Zellner coming to the plate. Zellner 0 for 2 on the day so far. Or 1 for 2. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. 0 for 1. Sorry for that. First pitch from Travis Stone just missing on the outside. The count 1-0. And that one missing again. Some defensive changes for the Chinooks. Dave Morton moves from center to third, takes out Patrick Cromwell. Moving from left to center, Cam Baronic. Braxton Wilkes comes in at left. Caleb Potter is playing right field. Will Bass moves to the DH. Matt Veruto moves to second. And Tyler Boxwell replacing Andrew Mogg as the catcher. So 3-0 the count to Jack Zellner. The pitch from Stone. Fastball gets right in there for a called strike. Good pitch from Stone on 3-0, and now 3-1 to the designated hitter from New Mexico, a guy that's battled a lot of injuries throughout the season so far. The pitch, and that's grounded to the second baseman, Matt Veruto. He picks it up and tosses it to Hunter Hanks standing at second for the force. And Travis Stone allows 1 hit, but gets out of this inning unscathed, and still 2-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
Hey, what's up, man?
Looks like there's going to be a pitching change for the Matsu Miners, so we're going to step off for just a second. So now we're in the bottom half of the fifth. Still 2-0 in favor of the Matsu Miners. And now to the plate, it's going to be Braxton Wilkes, his first at-bat of the day. Wilkes steps in the box, awaits the first pitch. Here it comes, and he lines that one sharply to the second baseman. Tossed over to first is going to be in time for the first out of the inning. So a quick first out for the Matsu Miners. Caleb McCann. Byron Hood, I should say. I suspect we'll see Caleb McCann today, but Byron Hood gets the out there. So now Matt Ferrudo to the plate. First pitch from Hood. Upstairs, ball one. Ferrudo 0 for 2 on the day. He's got a pair of flyouts. Here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball missing upstairs. So Matt Ferrudo ahead in this count. 2 balls, no strikes, with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Remember, we're playing just a 7-inning game here today. The pitch. And that one finding the outside corner of the plate for a called strike. Moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Ferrudo batting .263 on the year. 25 hits. That's tied for the team lead. Swing and a miss there. Evens the count up at 2-2. That's 25 hits. Tied for a team lead, actually, with Michael Staudinger. Staudinger had to go home after an ACL injury. Ended his season. We wish him all the best. 2-2 pitch comes. Umpire says, did he go? The appeal says he did not go around. So the count goes full. Matt Ferrudo versus Byron Hood. A pair of D1 guys. Ferrudo with the UAB Blazers. Hood with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's upstairs, ball 4. So Matt Ferrudo is aboard with a walk. And now for the 3rd time today, we'll see Cam Baranek. Baranek reached on an error in the first, walks back in the 3rd. But he's a guy that I suspect many scouts have their eye on. So man on first, 1 down. Hood delivers, and that one gets past the catcher Plunkett. Going to second. Matt Ferrudo advancing there. So now a runner in scoring position for the Fish as they try to get on the board for the first time today. Still trail this game 2-0. Cam Baranek tomorrow, we suspect, will play alongside many a Matsu Miner in the All-Star game. He certainly deserves a trip to that one the way he has performed this season. A .278 average, 12 RBIs. Baranek takes inside there, and that ball sails past the second baseman, but not enough time for Matt Ferrudo to advance to 3rd. So 2-0 the count. To Cam Baranek. Back to its regular position in center field after the substitution. And that pitch gets past the catcher Plunkett again, but no advance from Matt Ferrudo. But a 3-0 count to Cam Baranek. Might walk his 2nd time today. It's the kind of game where, you know, like Garrett said, with such a small sample size, he walks here, you're not really going to get the true Cam Baronic experience today. 3-0. And that's way outside ball 4, so Baronic walks for the second time today. His third time on base, and now Andrew Mogg was substituted for Tyler Boxwell, so Tyler Boxwell is coming to the plate. Boxwell, a .222 average on the season. 7 RBIs, 4 doubles. And a meeting at the mound now between Byron Hood and pitching coach Matt Greeley. The Fish threatening for the second time in this ball game. Yeah, actually, really the third time, but unable to drive in any runs. But with 1 out, runners on first and second, Tyler Boxwell to the plate. Holt Davis, the man in the on-deck circle. So we'll see if the Fish can find a way to get one home here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 2-0 Matsu Miners. Hood looks back to Matt Ferrudo at second. He delivers. First pitch missing on the outside. The count 1-0. The 1-0. And Boxwell lifts that one. High pop-up. Fly ball into left field, but under it is Vance Vizcaino. So runners will not advance. And now 2 down for Holt Davis. Davis on the day, 0 for 1. Struck out back in the 3rd. He walked in the 2nd. Davis a 193 mark on the season. Pitch. That's taken on the outside. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Matt Ferrudo at second. Cam Baronic at first. Hood sets, delivers. And that one missing on the outside again, so falls behind in the count. To Holt Davis. Last time Davis came to the plate, a very similar situation with the bases loaded, but he went down swinging to end that inning. 2-0. And that one misses wide. So now 3 balls, no strikes. Man on first and second for Holt Davis. Dave Morton in the on-deck circle. Byron Hood struggling to find the strike zone this inning. The 3-0. And that one rides way inside. Ball 4. Holt Davis trots and over to first with a base on balls. And now Dave Morton with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Gonna try to get the Chinooks back into this game. Morton 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in the 2nd. Flew out to left back in the 4th. Bases are loaded. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Morton, and that's upstairs. Ball 1. One thing you got to give Dave Morton credit for. He has struck out 3 times in 72 at-bats. It's a remarkable number. You look at a guy like Holt Davis, who struck out 25 times in 57 at-bats. You kind of realized it. One of Morton's big strengths comes in the department of plate discipline. So he watches that one, so the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Byron Hood versus David Morton. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded. The pitch. And that one up and away. So the count moves to 3-1. And you'd have to figure Dave Morton going to get a pitch to hit here. Unless Byron Hood really can't throw a strike. 2-0 the count. 2-0 the score. I should say. The pitch. And Morton lifts that one into left field, but it looks like it's going to hook foul, and it does. So runners got to head back now 3-1 or 3-2. Everyone's going to be going. A base hit for Morton could tie this game. Bases loaded, full count, 2 outs here. The Chinooks trailing 2-0. The pride of Cincinnati trying to get the Chinooks on the board. Hood sets, delivers, and Morton fouls that one off. So we'll head back to 3-2. Morton, a big spot here in the Scout Showcase. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, and Morton lifts that one foul. But it's going to sail out of play as the third baseman, Jed Fagg, watches it go. Morton has a home run this season. That came against the Gold Panthers a couple of weeks ago back at Lee Jordan Field. Put one over the right field wall. The Northwest Carpet Company sign. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, and Morton fouls that one back. So David Morton staying alive in this at-bat. Fouling balls off left and right. Trying to give these Chinooks a chance to win this ball game. The righty Hood sets his motion, delivers, and Morton fouling that one off. David Morton giving Byron Hood everything he's got as Hood tries to get out of this inning where he has walked, the bases loaded. Get out of it unscathed. 3-2 coming again from Hood, and that one misses way outside. Dave Morton's going to trot to first, and Matt Ferruto is going to trot home. And now the Chinooks getting their first run of the day, and out comes Ben Taylor. Not looking too pleased, and this is going to be a pitching change. Looks like we'll see Caleb McCann. But we're going to step off for a second. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Chinooks Radio. So we're back here. Bottom of the 5th inning. The bases loaded with 2 outs. Will Bass to the plate. Bass 1 for 2 on the day. He singled his last time up. The Chinooks already getting 1 run here. It's Dave Morton drawing a walk with the bases loaded. Bringing in Matt Ferrudo. And the Fish trail this game 2-1. Just 2 hits on the day. So new pitcher is Caleb McCann, his first pitch. And that finding the outside part of the zone, a fastball for a called strike. McCann, the righty from Appalachian State University. That's in North Carolina. The 0-1. And that's grounded sharply to the third baseman, Jed Fagg, who's going to walk over, step on third for the force, and the 3rd out of this inning. So after 5 innings of play, 2-1 Matsu Miners is the score. We are going to take another break, but we'll be right back. You are listening to Chinooks Radio. So we're back here for the top of the 6th. The new pitcher for the Fish is going to be Grant Page. And he's going to face off against Jed Fagg. First pitch from Page, and that's grounded weakly to the shortstop. Dave Morton coming in at third. His throw to first will be in time for the 1st down of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Grant Page. And now with 1 down, we'll be tasked to try to get Zach Plunkett out. Plunkett on the day, 0 for 2. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the 2nd, and then struck out to end the 4th. And he pops that one into foul territory. Holt Davis coming in from first, grabbing it, making the out. So Grant Page might not have to ice his arm too much if he can get this 3rd out. 2 down, nobody on. 2-1, Matsu Miners the score. Chris Hall, the batter. First pitch from Page, finds the zone, a fastball for a called strike. Page spent his last season at Stephen F. Austin. Does not intend to go back. Still no new school. But considering McLennan Community College, he told me, and that's where Braxton Wilkes played his last year.
And TJC.
And Tyler Junior College as well. That's where Jordan Vieira played. And, of course, Taylor White coaching over there. Now the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Page puts another one in the zone. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The pitch from Page, and that's grounded to the first baseman, but that's going to be foul. So Chris Hall from the University of Tennessee staying alive in this at-bat. Two to 1 the score in favor of the Matsu Miners. The Miners with 2 runs on 6 hits. The Chinooks with 1 run on just 2 hits. The pitch from Page, and that one missing low. Even in the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's grounded weakly to the second baseman, Matt Ferrito. He picks it up and throws it to first for the 3rd out of the top of the 6th. So Grant Page won't have to ice his arm too much. Getting through that inning pretty quickly. And now we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Chinooks still trail 2-1. Caleb McCann's going to be out to pitch again for the Matsu Miners, we suspect. And we suspect correctly. He trots out there. And he's going to be tasked to face Hunter Hanks, Caleb Potter, and Braxton Wilkes in the bottom of this 6th inning. And just the way this is formatted, even if the Chinooks were to take the lead here in the top of the 6th and then hold that lead in the bottom of the 6th, then hold the lead in the top of the 7th, they'd probably still bat in the bottom of the 7th, just so the scouts can get as much of a look at these guys as they can. But the longer we're here through this game, the more you think, how could a scout really gauge anything off of just an inning pitched or 2 or 3 at bats tops? Maybe more so for a pitcher, because you can velocity and movement; those are things you are more easily measured. But I feel like you got to get a couple of games in.
Yeah, that's really who these kind of games really help, the pitchers. And an inning here or there, their effectiveness can easily be gauged, but hitters, it's generally not really for them. They have a chance to go out there and be present in front of them, but nothing too special. So far right now, Jed Fag would be the leading candidate to get signed out of this showcase.
Jed Fag, a legend. I want him to get signed. That'd be hilarious. 1-0 the count. And Hanks fouls that one. Hunter Hanks to the plate. Kind of missed that mentioning that one. But, it's almost a shame that more guys don't spend their time up here. A longer amount of time up there is Hanks swings and misses at the fastball from Caleb McCann. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Pitch here. Curveball fouled off by Hunter Hanks. Staying alive in this at-bat. Like you said, Jed Fag. Gets 2 hits here. Only 1 all season. The guy that's really played sparingly for the Matsu Miners. The 1-2 coming from McCann. And that's grounded weakly to the shortstop, Tyler Wolf. He throws over to first in time for the 1st out of the bottom of the 6th. And now, Caleb Potter to the plate. This will probably be the only at-bat that Potter gets today, but what we're all looking forward to from Caleb Potter is going to be right here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. He'll be representing the Chinooks in the home run derby. Potter fouls off the first pitch. And today in BP, Potter hit 4 absolute bombs off Taylor White, and of course he wants Taylor to throw for him in tomorrow's derby, but Potter takes breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, a called strike 2. So falling behind in this count pretty quickly, 0-2 is Caleb Potter. He awaits the pitch here, and that one, breaking ball on the inside, just misses. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Potter from West Virginia University. The 1-2 pitch, missing on the outside there. Fastball evens the count up 2-2. Potter fouls that one off, staying alive in this at-bat. Caleb on the year, 156 batting average. That's 7 hits through 45 at-bats. But with the departures of Caden Owens and Michael Staudinger, he'll be tasked with some more at-bats, but he grounds that one weakly to the shortstop, Tyler Wolf, who throws it over to first for the out. So 2 6-3 groundouts to start off the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Braxton Wilkes coming to the plate for the Fish with 2 down. Fish still trail this game 2-1 against their Achilles heel, the Matsu Miners. Not too worried about the score. You know, this is not a conventionally played baseball game by any means. Pitching a new guy each inning. That's first pitch from Caleb McCann. Sails in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And Braxton Wilkes takes that pitch into right field, but coming under it to make the grab is Connor Wanhanen for the 3rd out of this inning. A 1-2-3. Bottom of the 6th for Caleb McCann. And we're going to head into the 7th. The score's still 2-1 in favor of the Matsu Miners. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Chinooks Radio. So we head to the top of the 7th inning. Shane Armstrong will be the last pitcher that the Chinooks will send to the mound. Shane from Hillsdale College in Hillsdale, Michigan. First batter he's going to face is going to be Tyler Wolf. Wolf 1 for 3 on the day. He hits a weak ground ball to the second base. Matt Ferrudo picks it up, throws it to first for the first out of the 7th. And Jordan Vieira is going to come out to the mound. And Shane's smiling. It's a one pitch outing for Shane Armstrong. As they pull him, and it looks like Lucas Hamelink is going to come out to pitch the last 2 outs that the Chinooks need here. So Lucas warms up. We're going to step off for just a minute, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Chinooks Radio. We are back here for the top of the 7th inning. 1 down already. Lucas Hamelink on to pitch. He's going to face Vance Vizcaino, and Vizcaino swings the first pitch. Fouls it off the left field side. The count's 0-1. Hamelink's parents are in attendance. His father, as well as his sister, in the stands right now. Get a chance to see Lucas pitch here against 3-time MLB draft pick Vance Vizcaino. And Vizcaino takes downstairs, evens the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, Vance's parents also in attendance, but for more of a business trip. His dad, a scout for the Kansas City Royals, on hand today. 1-1, and Vance swings and misses there. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vance Vizcaino, 0 for 2 today. He walked back in the first and strikeout since then. Here comes the 1-2. And that's lifted, but Holt Davis using just about all 6 feet and 4 inches of his frame to snag that one over there.
He's played a great game defensively and took extra bases easily away from Vizcaino, especially down the right field line. Could have easily been 3.
So Holt Davis helping Lucas Hamelink out a little bit here, and with 2 outs, it's going to be Hunter Simmons from the University of Utah. First pitch from Hamelink misses on the outside fastball. The count 1 ball, no strikes. With 2 down here in the 7th. The Chinooks trail this game 2-1. Number of scouts on hand. For the scout showcase. We figure we'll see him probably tomorrow at the All-Star game. Well, they'll have a chance to see Connor Menez, we figure. As well as a number of other Chinooks. 2-0 the count. Pitch from Hamelink finds the strike zone there, outside corner of the plate, fastball. Moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Only a 7-inning game today, so this will be it for Chinooks pitching. The 2-1. Same pitch, same spot, same result, a cold strike. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs, and the Chinooks trailing 2-1. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lucas Hamelink fans Hunter Simmons. So the Chinooks put him down 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. And now they have their shot at last licks in the bottom of the 7th. Probably going to face Caleb McCann. Not exactly sure. Yeah, looks like McCann again as he trots out to the mound. And now the Fish with their last opportunity here, and then tomorrow, just to get you situated with what the status is tomorrow, we will not be broadcasting the All-Star game tomorrow. We're sorry, but everyone else is. Just not enough room in the press box. But me and Garrett will be probably doing guest spots, being featured on other teams' broadcasts. We're going to post all of the links for their online streams. You can check them all out, see which one you like the most. Stick to them. We'll also keep you updated on the Twitter with which games me and Garrett will be on and when. And the Home Run Derby is going to start these festivities off tomorrow. That's going to be at 1 o'clock, I believe. Right, Garrett? And then the All-Star game to follow. That'll be at 4. I think. 4 or 7. 4 o'clock. But the Chinooks will be representing the National League. That's along with the players from the Matsu Miners and the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Here tomorrow at the same place, Mulcahy Stadium, downtown Anchorage, Alaska. But bottom of the 7th time, and first pitch, a breaking ball from Caleb McCann finds the inside corner of the strike zone for a called strike. Matt Ferrudo, the batter, He swings and misses there. Big fastball there from Caleb McCann. Just blew it right by him. So the count 0-2. This inning, we'll see. Matt Fruto, Cam Baronic, Tyler Boxwell. And McCann goes way inside there. Almost got Matt Fruto on his outside shoulder. Didn't touch him. So now the count 1-2. Pitch. And Fruto grounds that one foul down the third base line. He'll stay alive here. The Chinooks trailed 2-1 in this ball game. The Miners 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Chinooks with 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The Chinooks with 1 run on 2 hits, an error. And he checks his swing. Did he go? The appeal says yes. So Matt Fruto goes down swinging for the first out of the bottom of the 7th, and that's going to bring up Cam Baronic. Baronic on the day, 0 for 1. He reached on an error in the first inning and has walked his 2 at-bats since. Cam Baronic continues to get on base for the Fish this season. First pitch to Baronic, missing on the outside, ball 1. One and 0 the count. Pitch. And that one finds the outside corner of the strike zone. Evens the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Fish trail 2-1 to the Matsu Miners in this final inning of play. That same pitch, same spot. Called strike again, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes McCann's pitch. And Baronic swings it. A ball that probably would have been called for a ball. Kind of a security pitch there with 2 strikes and fouling it off. Down the left field line out of play. So the count stays at 1-2. McCann misses on the outside there. Evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Chinooks need 1 to tie, 2 to win here in the bottom of the 7th. And Baronic lines that one into center field. A base hit. His first base hit of the day. Only just the Chinooks' 3rd hit of the day. And, you know, if you're a scout and you can take anything out of what Cam Baronic's done today, which really and truly you can't take anything out of anything any batter's done today, but, you know, he's been on base all 4 times he stepped up to the plate. And that's kind of the story of the kind of player that Cam Baronic is. So now with 1 out and 1 on, Tyler Boxwell. And Baronic stealing. The throw to second will be not in time. So Cam Baronic swipes it back. And now the Chinooks with the tying run in scoring position. And 1 out for Tyler Boxwell, the master of disguise. He's looking to help the Chinooks out a little bit here. The 1-0 pitch. And that rides inside. Moves the count to 2-0. It's almost weird not having Brick Paskowitz try to save this game. They're going to try to save his arm for tomorrow's All-Star game, a game that he's probably the most well-deserving person in the league to be in. Well, he could likely start. Well, he'll probably cut. My bet would be that Brick will come in around the 5th inning, play 4 innings in the outfield, and then try to save it in the 9th if the national side has the lead. 2-1 the count. And that one's upstairs. Moves the count to 3-1. The tying run is Cam Baronic. He stands at second base. Tyler Boxwell represents the go-ahead run and what would be the winning run, really, in this game. The 3-1 pitch, and Boxwell fouls that one. Left field side, the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-1 Matsu Miners, bottom of the 7th inning. In the 7th inning, scout showcase game between the Miners and the Chinooks. 3-2, and that one misses on the outside. So trotting over to first, Tyler Boxwell, and now Holt Davis with guys at first and second. 1 out. Here comes Matt Greeley to have a chat with his pitcher, Caleb McCann. Of course, I don't think they will use Brick in this game, but why not? The guy has been such a stud for the Matsu Miners this year. And here we go. Matt Greeley trotting back to the dugout, and Holt Davis going to try to tie this game up for the Chinooks. Put it in the right spot. You can win this game for the Chinooks. David Morton in the on-deck circle, if this inning can extend. And the first pitch grounded to the shortstop. And that's one. They're going to try to get two, and they got him. A 6-4-3 double play. And that is all she wrote here tonight, folks. The final score, Matsu Miners 2. Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks 1. The Miners with 2 runs on 6 hits. The Chinooks with 1 run on just 3 hits. So that's the ball game, and that's going to be Jordan Vieira's final game managed this year. A new job opening that he got. Has to send him home a little bit early, but we wish Jordan all the best, and we know he will succeed in his new position. Not much else to say here from this Scout Showcase game, but just remember tomorrow, 1 o'clock, will be the Home Run Derby, which Andrew Mock and Caleb Potter will be the Chinooks representatives in. And then after that, the Alaska Baseball League All-Star Game. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Chinooks can't pull this one out, but the All-Star Weekend Games festivities continue tomorrow. We hope to see you then. Until then, I am Andrew Alex, the man next to me, Garrett Mansfield. We wish you a good night.